Okay, so the point of this video is to set up a complete setup using VS Code to run the Confit library on Mac. We're going to install everything that is needed to run the Confit library and on a sort of newly created Mac user, and hopefully try to solve all the problems that we're going to encounter along the way. So my name is Vidar. I'm here with Flavio,
Hello.
who is going to play the role of the guy asking all the questions if something goes too quick. So don't be afraid to ask me those questions. Okay?
Okay.
So yes, and this video might not be very structured. We'll see what happens, like how easy these things go. But yeah. So the first thing we're going to do is that we are. Do you have a GitHub user, Flavio?
Yes.
Okay, nice. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to download VS Code and also a software called GitHub Desktop. Do you get stressed, by the way, from the video
A bit.
recording? A bit? Okay, don't worry about it. Um, so let's start with VS Code. So VS Code Mac. And then we reject all the cookies. Which one is the Mac one? Is it the
It's
here, of course.
Interchip.
Yeah, I was looking at this. Sorry?
Interchip.
Can I not just use this?
I don't think so because we have Interchip and Apple Silicon that is M1, M2, M3. So let's use Interchip in this case.
Can we try this?
We can try.
We try this, and then if you're right, then I will eat my hat. Yes. We reject the cookies. We are not hungry.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to install Visual Studio Code. How do you install things on Mac? So if you can't tell, I'm kind of a new user here. Oh, that was quick. Nice. All right. So VS Code works with your GitHub user. So we're going to actually sign up. Just do that immediately. Just sign up with your GitHub. So now I need you to, and now we can use your Flavio, your GitHub accounts. Okay. Right. So now okay. So now you authorize Visual Studio Code. Wow. Okay. So now uh, you have not yet finished authorizing this extension to use GitHub. Would you like just press no to begin with? Cancelled. All right, let's try again. Are you in a hurry?
No.
Let's try again. Maybe it was like too long. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Just lucky. Taking a bit too long. All right, so now you're logged in, and this is nice because, like, if you install VS Code on a different computer, this means that it's going to synchronize like all of your
Okay.
stuff, so that it's here. And I'm gonna show you some extensions and everything later. But the next program we're going to install is something called GitHub Desktop. And the reason is that I think GitHub can be quite confusing. Like it can be a bit hard to understand, like where everything is saved and so on. So I find that it's nice to have this sort of desktop interface to work with. So we're going to download this. Oh, do I press here?
Yeah. 2 times.
2 times. No, this and this. Right. There we go. Open.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so now you're going to sign into your account again, and hopefully, yes, it's already logged in, so that's nice. Authorize desktop, allow, and yes. All right, finish. Now, in the future, we've detected that you're running GitHub desktop from application folders of your machine. This could cause problems with the app, including impacting your ability to sign in. Do you want to move desktop application folder? This will also restart the app. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Allow.
Allow. Okay. So, so yeah, so here you see you actually have access to GitHub to the Copilot already actually because like you get like a number of completions for free and like interactions with the machine for free. But if you sign up for GitHub has this GitHub education thing where if you sign up for that and apply for that and you send like a photo of your student diploma and you use your UIO email, then you can get a access to education and that will give you GitHub Copilot for free. So just so you know that, but just like show you how this works. So there's some like there's some shortcuts here. So it says open chat. It says, what does this mean?
Is a command.
Command and I?
Yeah.
No, it was like control, command, and I. Okay, yeah, there's it. So control, command, I will open GitHub chat, and then you can use this. And here you can get like help in coding whatever you want. Oh, look, there's a video open.
Allow.
Why?
Because in this way you can use your iPad and everything.
Okay,
just
right.
interact.
So like, hello, write a script that does nothing. And then you have like that directly in your code editing. So
Okay.
that's nice. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to create a Git a repository for the sort of project that you're going to be working on with the Confit library. And so we are going to create a new repository on your local drive, and we're going to call it project. Okay?
Mhm.
A project using Confit. And where do you place it? I usually place this on the desktop.
Okay.
So let's just do that for now. And we're also going to add a Git. We're going to add this later.
Okay.
Everything, right? So now you have create repository, and in order to get it to everything, we're going to publish it to GitHub. So now it's going to be on your GitHub. Now it's private for now, right? So you can keep it that way or you can not, right? And the nice thing is that now you have this option here where you say like open in Visual Studio Code.
Okay.
So when you open that, you get thrown into this window. Yes, we're going to allow this. Yes, I trust the authors. The authors is me. So now you can see like here you have allow, yes. So much stuff. Allow. It's really like
you need to allow
everything, right? Okay, so here you can see like this. Now you've opened the folder of the project that we're going to be working on in Visual Studio Code, and it has some files. It has like a README file where you can like this is a file format called Markdown. Do you know this?
No.
It's like a format where you can write very simple text files, including code. So
Okay.
So like a project using Confit, and then you can also have like equations here. If you like double stars, like I'm so bad with the Mac keyboard here. A squared equals 2, for instance. Now you have an equation here and everything if you want that in your README file. Also, I think for now, I don't think it is I don't think it's saving automatically. So we're gonna turn on autosave as well. Right. And yeah, okay. So there's some different things here. So there are essentially two commands that you need to know. One
Okay.
is Command P, and the other is Command Shift P.
Okay.
So what Command P does is that you can search any file in your sort of project folder. So that's going to be very nice in later, right? But Command Shift P, this opens like all the sort of commands that exists in like the program. And what we're looking for now is something that has to do with autosave. So I'm just going to go autosave. Um, and here you say like file toggle autosave. So
Okay.
actually it turns out that it was located under file. I just didn't see it. And now I've toggled autosave. So if you look at file here now,
Autosave.
autosave is on. So now this is going to save automatically, which is nice, right? And if you look at this here, so here you have a markdown file, and if you click this one, you can see like a visual preview
Nice.
of how it looks.
Okay.
So I mean, you can even write like stuff. You can write projects with Markdown if you want. Okay, here is the Git's control sort of center. So yeah, should we do Git right now or should we not do Git right now?
We can try right now.
Okay, I'll just show you. So the way it works is that whenever you change a file in this folder, it's going to show like this one here, which means that you've made a change to the project,
Okay.
and it's asking you like, are you ready to commit and push this to Git, right? So then you need to do first this thing, which is, and you can either do this from VS Code, or you can do it from
Okay.
the GitHub desktop
Okay.
application, but we're going to use it from VS Code. That's what you're going to do. And so first you write like a message of like what did this thing exist in. So now it's just like testing markdown file or whatever. You just write a bit about like what you did. This is going to help you a lot if you write this. And then you have to write something. And then you write commit. And now it's asking you if this one, I just use like always for this one.
Okay.
It's just like I don't know, like I think like if you're a power user of Git, then you like separate between like all these different things. You can like stage, you can everything, but I'm just going to do like always. And now it asks you like, okay, now you've committed. Do you want to push this changes? And if you press sync, this will push commits. Okay, and don't show again. Jesus Christ, the amount of would you like to periodically run git fetch? Yes. That just means that it's gonna like sometimes like check if there are changes to the thing. So now you have changed the repository on GitHub. So now you've changed the file, and if you go to GitHub desktop file, you go to history. Now you can see like your initial commit here. That was when we created it, and this is when we edited the markdown file. You can see like what changes we made. So that's going to be useful. Like sometimes later when you get to you have a project and something isn't working that used to work before, then this is going to help you track down like when did everything go wrong. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is that we are going to what are we going to do? We're going to try to see if we can create a virtual environment and run some Python code.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we need to do. So if you go to terminal, we open new terminal. So now comes the part where I don't know like what is installed, how does everything work? Like this is the thing. So we're gonna create a virtual environment. So a virtual environment is like a folder where you have like a local installation of Python somewhere where like packages are locally stored, so that which is unique to sort of this kind of folder here. And the advantage of that is that even if there are if you just like install Python and all the packages on your computer in general, if there's an update to one of those global packages and that breaks something in your program, then you're gonna have like a it's gonna be a huge hassle to find out what,
Yeah.
right? But with the virtual environment, you have like very good control over which packages you use. So we're going to write, and now this is the point where we might get errors, but we'll work through those. So Python M, I think, is how venv, and this is telling it to create a virtual environment, which is called virtual environment or venv. Command not find power Python. So is it sometimes it's Python 3? Yes, right. So this worked. You see? Now it's creating that folder. So now you see that it has created this folder, which has all of these like, and it's created inside this folder called what's it called?
Then
Venv, right? But
the assured
it's
environment. Yeah.
the folder is called project, and
Okay.
inside there's a Venv file, right?
Okay.
But as of now, it doesn't have any. It has like Python 3.12 installed, but no packages apart from that. Now, before you start installing packages in this thing here, you need to
Activate.
activate it.
Yeah.
And the way you do that on Mac is you write source, and then you go to venv, and then I think it's bin, and then activate. Yeah, right. So far, no issues. And as you can see, there has now come this venv thing here, which means that now we're in the venv thing. And we're going to start creating some Python programs in a minute. But first, you see here, now it has like 1,000 things that it's asking for to commit to GitHub, right? And the reason is that it wants to, you've created all these files and folders inside Venv, and now it says like, oh, I want to push this to GitHub.
Okay.
But you don't want that, right? Because you usually don't want to have like the virtual environment on GitHub. The virtual environment you want to have on your computer, and then you create a new one on different places. And the reason the way to tell GitHub that you're not supposed to push this Venv folder is to create a new file, new text file. Can I not right click on Mac? Oh, here. Oh, yeah. Okay, new file. And we're going to call it .gitignore.
Okay.
So this file is going to tell GitHub which files and folders to ignore. And so we're going to do venv. Right. And now you see that the only thing it wants to push now is the gitignore file, right? So that's the only thing that it exists now. So that's nice.
Yes.
Makes sense so far?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so now we have activated venv. We have made sure that it's installed here. So now let's just install some packages that we're for sure gonna need, right? So actually, I'm just gonna check real quick, like if, because I think with ComFit there were some issues with some more recent versions of NumPy. I think like NumPy. Yes, because NumPy 2.0.1 it had some troubles with
GitHub.
GitHub.
Okay.
So no, not with GitHub, but with Confit.
Confit, yeah.
So I'm actually going to install NumPy less than, how do I do it? Oh, here, 2.0.0, right? So now it's just going to install the latest version of NumPy that is before 2.0.1.
Okay.
And then maybe later we can, I don't know, I haven't done the work in like updating Confit so that it works with anything after that, but okay. So now I don't know what this means, right? It doesn't know pip, I think. So the way I usually, because I've been so So I'm gonna do Command Shift. No, was it Command
Shift.
Command Control I to open Copilot, and then I'm just going to copy this. Some key bindings don't go to the terminal, are handled by Visual Studio instead. Does that mean that it didn't copy my thing? No, it did. Okay, I'm just going to ignore that for now. I'm just going to paste the error message that I got and write help.
Okay. Nice. Mm.
Okay, so it's okay. So it says that it's a problem with how I did this. So I need to put, according to it, I need to put this in quotes. So let's just try that and see what happens. Oh, it
Yeah.
works.
Nice.
See? Nice,
Okay.
right? So so this is the sort of one of the great ways to use like things, right? Okay. So now we are ready to run some code, and I'm going to show you um, like my system for creating files to run inside a project.
Okay.
And the reason is that I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to show you my way because I've thought about like how this should be done
Okay.
based on experience. And so we're going to create a folder here that we're going to call development, right? And inside this folder, we're going to create a new folder, which is called 2025, which is the year we're currently at.
Okay.
And inside this folder, so now you can see like there's only one folder here now, which is 2025. And inside this folder, we're going to start creating our uh, our programs.
Okay.
And the way that I want you to name your programs is to write first the year, so which is 2025,
Okay.
and the month, and today is February 25th. So we're going to do February, which is 02, and then the day, which is 25.
Okay.
Right? And since we're going to be more than one person working on this project, perhaps I will be in here, perhaps you'll add me later. We're also going to add like your initials to
Okay.
the file so that we know who made it. And so for you, that's FC, right?
Okay.
And then we do underscore. And now comes the name of the thing that we're testing, right? So here we're just doing like a Python test.py.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're in Python. Do you want to install the recommended Python extension? Yes, I do think we want to install that. So so VS Code comes with like a bunch of different extensions that do a lot of different things. What this does is that it colors the file so that it like so that you see what's going on inside the code. Yeah,
Okay.
inside the file. Okay, so
Yes.
we have already installed NumPy, so we can use it. So we're just going to import NumPy uh, as NP, just the usual thing. And then, yeah, this is Copilot, and it's suggesting like some code for you to write. We're not going to use that right now because we're learning. So a equals, let's say, np.linspace. Yeah. All right. So see now it's suggesting maybe you want like from 0 to 10 with 100 time steps. So you can use this code completion if you understand everything that's going on. But if you don't understand it, then I recommend that you don't use it right away. But to use it, I think you use tab. Yeah, so
Okay.
tab finishes it. It's going to say, and I even suggest like, okay, do you want to create the same
Another,
thing for
yeah.
B?
Okay.
Let's just accept that. Okay. So as you can see, like
Okay.
it's I don't know, it's kind of helping you a lot here. Okay, it's
Okay.
suggesting like, oh, maybe you want to add these two together. Okay, let's do that too. Okay. So now, yeah, and print C. Okay. Right. Okay. So now we have a test file.
Okay.
And to run it, I usually on Windows I press like Control F5.
I think it's no.
Um,
Hmm.
let's try run Python file.
Working.
This is the previous one. So this here is like before when I tried to do a different thing. Oh, it's running. Right. Programs. So now you see the output.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I don't know what the
combination of
Here you go. No, it's start debugging. Run without debugging. What does this mean? Command F5. So do you have F5 here? Okay, so try Command F5.
Welcome to VoiceOver. VoiceOver speak.
Okay, try again.
Welcome to VoiceOver.
It wants to run VoiceOver for some reason. Try this one.
Ah, it's Control F5. Okay.
Oh. Okay, and now you select debugger.
No. Suggested Python debugger.
No, we're not doing a debugging.
No.
Control F5. All right.
We're getting around.
Because we want to do like run without debugging. That's what we want to do because that's the Oh, it even says okay. Let's see if I can do like no, let's do okay. So now I'm doing Command Shift P run Python file in terminal. Okay, is there no shortcut command for this?
I'm searching.
Is there a shortcuts command to run Python file in VSCode with Mac? Question mark. Searching command. Oh, it's doing a lot of things. What's this? Command Shift P.
Command Shift P.
Oh, maybe it is.
No,
Is it?
No, it's Control. It's Control Shift
Oh,
P.
sorry. Control Shift P. Okay, I don't know. Like, I think you have to. Right. For now, anyway, like this works. This button here works. And then perhaps you can figure out later like how to run it using. You can also go down here and press up. You're gonna run the same thing as before. All right. Anyway, we're not gonna spend more time on that now. Okay, so now we have everything ready to serve. So now you're able to like run Python file. And the next thing we want to do is we want to install Confit, right? And so there are two ways to do this essentially, right? So one way to do this is to install Confit as if it is a package on PyP. So PyP. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Pip. Okay. So pip install Confit from the terminal.
Yeah, and what happens then is it's going to go to PyP and is going to like it's going to pick the latest version of Confit that I have posted to that site.
Okay.
But the thing is that like if you want to use like the sort of the version that I'm developing, and I think that might be useful for us, what we're going to do is we're going to pull Confit down to the desktop, and then we're going to install it in a different way. So let me tell you the difference. So here in the venv folder, we have like here you can see that after we installed numpy, it has created this folder here, right? So you see here's numpy, right? This folder contains everything about like the whole numpy package is contained inside this folder.
Okay.
And if there's a new version of NumPy that's released, it's not going to change anything here because this is just like the version of NumPy that you installed,
Okay.
right? What we're going to do is we're going to create something else where it's sort of, yeah, okay. So we're going to go to the web browser first. This is not the web browser. This is the web browser. I'm the one who's going to look stupid on this video. confitlib.com.
Okay.
And let's go to GitHub. And I'm just going here to get the link for the page. And we're going to go to GitHub desktop. And we're going to add another repository. We're going to clone the repository of GitHub to this computer. And I am going to go URL. And I'm going to install here. And now you see I'm asking it to install Confit on the desktop. Right?
Yeah.
Clone. So now it's cloning Confit and it's placing Confit on the desktop.
In this way, I'm using always the latest version of
Yeah.
ComFiT.
Yeah.
Even if under development.
Even if under development.
Okay.
Well, it's there's a caveat here, and I'll tell you what the caveat is. The reason is that this folder here, which is now called, like you can even see it on the desktop. You see? Here it is. This is now like a complete copy of the folder. This is not going to be updated by itself. It's only going to be updated when you go to GitHub desktop, you press confit, and then you press like fetch origin.
Okay.
And if there are updates, it's going to give you the option to pull the updates to confit. But for now, it's not here, right? But
Okay.
But you can see the history of the confit library here. And we're going to but yeah, and you can see it here, right? So now you have like these two projects. This one is Confit, and this is your project here. And now the way to install it in such a way that we're going to create something that's called like an editable install.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't remember exactly what we need to write, so I'm just going to ask Copilot. So how does it work with pip and editable installs? To install a package in editable, use pip, use e. Right, I knew that, but where do I place the e? Okay, so it's giving me all the right. Okay, so here you're saying like, so here it says like how to install the thing. So now we need to know like where is this folder in relation to. I'm going to move this. Where can I move this? It's always in the way.
You can click more. Put this in angle.
More? Okay, it's okay. We can move this around. All right, so now we need to, it says navigate the directory containing your setup file. So that's going to be the confit file. So I'm going to do cd, which is change directory, and 2 dots, which means go up a level. So now we're in desktop. You see here, desktop. If I do ls, I can see like which folders are here. So I have confit and I have project. Now we're going to change into the confit directory like this. And now it says pip install e dot. So normally you would use just pip install the package or pip install dot, but the e is going to make it editable. So now let's press enter, and this is going to take a while. So now it's looking at the setup file in the confit library, and it's checking like, okay, in order to install confit, you need like all of these packages. Like you need Plotly, you need Matplotlib, you need NumPy, you need SciPy, you need like blah, 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 blah. So that these are all the packages that it's installing now. And it's, as you see, it's adding all of those files in this folder here. Yeah, see. all the things. It's installing everything in the virtual environment. And
what is the info file under every single package that is installed?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's probably a file with information about the package.
Okay.
And it's also going to install ComFit, like a ComFit folder here. But the ComFit folder is going to be completely empty. Or it's not going to be empty, but it's going to contain something that, like, what it's doing is that it's pointing to the file that you have on your desktop.
Okay. So it's not empty, it's linking to the file on the desktop.
Yeah.
That is linking to the web version. Oh no, it's linking to the GitHub.
Yeah, the folder that
Yeah.
you have on your desktop, which you pulled with. All right, so it's done.
Yeah.
So it works. So now the only thing that remains is to try to make a Confit test. So let's do 25, 0 to 25, and let's say it's me doing this testing. So we're going to test Confit. I am very nervous to see if this works. It has been like smooth so far, right?
Yeah.
It's gone much better than
Yeah.
much better than I thought it would. Okay, so we're going to import Confit as CF. And then we're just going to create a PFC maybe. CF.face field crystal 2D triangular. And also I see something. And let's do like 1010 just for. Okay, let's just try to run it. And oh, computer is nervous as well. It's making a lot of noise. Okay, so let's try to run it, see what happens. Like in my mind, there's drum, you know. Matplotlib is building the font cache. This may take a moment. Okay. Why are you making a font cache, Matplotlib?
Will you read this one?
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, you can. Why is Matplotlib spending so much time building a font cache? Hey, it works. Except for some. Okay. Anyway, this works. Is this a warning or is this? Yeah, it's a warning. That's okay. Like there are some places in Confit where it's like it's division by 0, but usually it's fine. Or like I haven't like catched all of those things. Good. Okay, so it works. So let's just like make a plot just to see like how this works. So let's do pfc.configure. Yeah, okay. And by the way, so you see here that usually when you can see like it has like this yellow line underneath, it doesn't recognize the package Confit. And the reason is that the way this works, the way that like VSCode interprets these words and colors them according to the rules and everything, that has to do with I'm thinking, sorry. That has to do with sort of the interpreter. And you see that like now we're using something called Pylance. And in order for it to recognize Confit, we need to switch that to something called Jedi. I know that works, but I don't remember how to change. Let's see. If I do like this, Jedi. No, interpreter. No, maybe I do like Pylance. Yeah, pylams. Let's just ask Copilot. How do I change from pylams? I'm not sure if that even is the right question to ask to Jedi in VSCode. Okay, so it's pylams. It's something called Python language servers, right? So, okay, so it's something called language server. That's the thing we're looking for. So I'm going to do Command Shift P, language server. Okay, I didn't find it here. So let's do preferences. No?
Code.
Code?
Click on code.
Oh, settings.
Settings.
No, edit, right? File.
It
Here.
says code. Clicking on code in the menu bar and setting preferences.
There's no preferences.
Yeah, exactly. Try on services. No.
Settings. Python.language server. Here we go.
Okay.
Jedi.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So see, now it's colored. Now it knows what you're doing.
Okay.
And the reason this is important is that now, if I do this again, like if I take away this, now I do cf dot, and now it sees.
Okay.
Now it sees the options here. So that's nice. You can see all the models here. So we're going to do 2D triangular, and we're going to do like 20, 20, and then PFC dots configure PFC from amplitudes. You know these things, right?
Mhm.
And then we're going to do big x equal to PFC dot plots. We can do plot PFC. Now let's just use field PFC psi, and then PFC dot show big. I have changed like the way I have changed the way that like some of these like plotting functions work in order to make it like very easy to switch between matplotlib and plotly.
I saw on Colab that now is going automatically with Plotly.
That's yes, it's yeah, exactly. So there's that. So if we run this, hopefully it's going to run, and we can see it's going to create allow. It wants to open a file. Oh, here you see. So the way that Plotly works is that it opens whenever you plot something with Plotly. Oh, this is strange. You can't even see like I need to fix this.
Let's try with Matplotlib to see the
Matplotlib?
difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the only thing you need to do is before you run these plot codes, you just do pfc.plotlib equal matplotlib. Yeah, that knows what I want. Now it's going to open a window instead.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the same thing, right? I need to fix this with the color bar. Okay. I don't know why it suddenly opened something in the. Oh, did I press like focus mode or something, like F11 or something? Do you know, like, how do I minimize this? Ah, here we go. That's why. So now it's going to open in the same kind of same place. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
It's something that's more square. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Um, So is that everything that we need to? I think that's probably sufficient for this video, right? So we have installed VS Code, we have installed GitHub, we have made some files,
Some tests.
some
Yeah.
test files, and yeah, let's just commit this initial test files, commits, and sync changes. Cool, right?
Nice. Yeah.
And yeah, as I said, like I recommend creating like an education user on GitHub and do that. But that's it for this video.